In the United States, people often refer to Memorial Day and its three-day weekend as the unofficial start of summer. While Memorial Day serves as a great weekend to celebrate the start of the summer season, its original purpose was entirely different. Memorial Day became an official federal holiday in 1971 when the Uniform Monday Holiday Act became law to make Memorial Day nationwide and to be observed on the last Monday of May. The purpose of the holiday was to honor and mourn U.S. military service members who died while in the service of the United States. Prior to 1971, individual states observed Memorial Day in varying ways, and it was not always a federal holiday. The day, like so many holidays in the U.S., was created by individuals in their local communities to observe those who died in war. The first observances were recognized during and immediately after the end of the U.S. Civil War. It was observed in different ways in both the North and the South, though its likely origin was in the South by women in Columbus, Georgia, and by former slaves in South Carolina who honored the sacrifices of those who made freedom possible. People across the nation typically held the observances in the spring, paying tribute and decorating the graves of the war dead. The U.S. recognized Waterloo, New York in 1966 as the birthplace of a formal observance that began in 1866, despite its Southern roots. In 1868, Union Major General James Logan, a leader of an organization of Northern Civil War veterans, called for a nationwide day of remembrance. General Logan stated that May 30, 1868, was to be a day of strewing flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in the defense of their country. Logan named the day Decoration Day. He also chose May 30th because there were no notable battles fought on that day during the Civil War. In 1868, Major General James Garfield, a future president, made the first observance and speech at Arlington National Cemetery, and many communities in many northern states observed it from this point on. Citizens of the South, who viewed the May 30th date and the push by Union generals to make it a holiday to celebrate the service of the Union dead and not the Confederate dead, largely did not participate in this observance. The northern states, by contrast, had all passed laws making Decoration Day a state holiday. The South also had observances, but there was no uniform name or date, as each southern state celebrated on different days. This did not change until World War I, when the holiday transitioned from honoring the dead of the Civil War to honoring all those who died in all the wars and conflicts of the United States. Memorial Day is the most solemn holiday on the federal calendar, and the day is to remember and honor all those who have died in the United States Armed Service. A total of 1,200,000 service members have died in the service of their country. A list of significant, but not all-inclusive, wars and conflicts, and the number of service members who died. American Civil War, 1861-1865, 620,000. World War II, 1941-1945, 405,399. To World War I, 1917-1918, 116,516. Vietnam War, 1965-1973, 58,209. Korean War, 1950-1953, 36,516. American Revolutionary War, 1775-1783, 25,000. War of 1812, 1812-1815, 20,000. Mexican-American War, 1846-1848, 13,283. War on Terror, 2001-present, 7,078. Spanish-American War, 1898, 2,446. Gulf War, 1990-1991, 258. This is a day to remember and honor all who died in the service of the United States, for we are ever in their debt, and they deserve our eternal gratitude.